Love the music, by the way. Gives me some King's Quest vibes. The Telwynium. Book 1. There's 3 books, by the way. I'll help you if you struggle. Grew up on Sierra games. Yeah, I'll definitely need your help. A general help, period, from chat. Because, as said before, I'm a smooth brain. Oh my god, so many nostalgic feels. Listen to it. Sounds great. I was thinking after the spook season, going into November, we can maybe tackle a King's Quest game. I think that would be fun. Alright, Telwynium, Book 1. Let's begin our adventure. You snap your eyes open and give yourself a shake. Wit would never let you hear the end of it if you fell asleep on watch. Ooh. Better stoke up the fire again. Alright. You stand and stretch, wincing at the aches of the hard day's ride. Okay. I guess the boot is where how you move around. Little boot. We have the little eyeball. We can look at things. Who are you? Oh, that's Wit. Your childhood friend Wit, Loterum, tosses in his sleep. He has calls enough. Family butchered before his eyes at the hands of the Shadowfell. Holy shit. Who are you? Father always told you to stay away from Otar Stronghorn. That didn't stop you sneaking into the tavern to hear the Uplanders' wild tales at any chance you got. Taniv, Lowin's face glows in the dappled moonlight. You catch yourself staring and quickly turn your gaze back to the forest. Oh, love interest maybe? My helping is, haha, what would happen if you did this stupid, funny sounding thing? I like that kind of help. I like it very much. Just the usually an approach I take. Yeah, like we did Torin's Passage. That was fun. I liked Torin. Maybe you play and I can be like making a little commentary like we did with the playthrough of Torin's Passage. As a kid, you and Tanny had climbed trees, chased each other around the lamping pen, and talked endlessly. But recently, you couldn't look her in the face without going red. Yeah, it's our little crush. A fact that hadn't escaped Wit's twinkling eye. Ooh. Aldor Dwyn sleeps beneath silk-lined fur. On anyone else, it would look ludicrous when sleeping on the forest floor. But the highborn Autumn Aldor, it seems natural. You thank the mother she had arrived in Willow's Den when she did. Minty, your fawn, geldling, did well today, keeping stride with Aldor's white stallion. You sense he'd enjoy being free of the old wool cart. Still, you worried he'd be able to keep up the pace much longer. The Shadowfell would not rest, and it was a long road to Alderaan. What is the Shadowfell? The lady asleep under the heavy hooded cloak goes by Adrissa. She'd had that cloak held close since your meeting on the road at dusk. The cloak hid her face, and you would have given her a wide berth, but for the Alder's insistence, She should join your party. Ooh. Alright. Let us go collect some firewood. What is that? You see these dancing lights occasionally. Whenever you try and concentrate on them, they seem to disappear. Ooh, will-o-wisp. Let's grab these. This will work well for the fire. Got a wrecked cart over here. The small cart has seen better days. That's for sure. It looks rough. You shouldn't stray further. You're supposed to be keeping watch. Alright, we can't go any further that way. Alright, so I guess that's enough wood we need. We have a sword. And wood. You turn the embers with the end of the branch, then place the wood on top. Oh, our crush is awake. Pen. You interact with her. Tenny, it's not your watch for hours yet. I know, but can we talk a while? Of course. What about? I don't know, Pen. Anything. Oh, we have choices. All right. You're not tired, Tanny? Think you're missing us? Think they're missing us back at Willow's Den? What do you think of Aldor Dwyn? Let's go with, you're not tired, Tanny? I'm exhausted. Just worried. Your family got into the hills with mine. They'll do fine. I know, but poor Wit. She glances guiltily toward our old friend. There's nothing any of us could have done. Of course, I know. It's just so horrible. Wit's a survivor. I think fear and exhaustion are the only things keeping him going. Running for your life does make for a good distraction. That music is a vibe. I agree with you. I love it. The music would be great to play as you're playing Dungeons and Dragons. Running for your life does make for a good distraction. Takes me back. What does it take you back to? Your old Sierra games? It's true for me too. He may have lost his family, but we all lost the village. Think they're missing us back at Willow's Den? I'm sure they're busy rebuilding already. I bet young Nicky is jealous we're off on an adventure without him. Doesn't feel like the adventure we always hoped for, though, does it? That's usually always the case, though, in these adventure novels or fantasy novels, where they're dreaming of going on adventures, but when they finally do go on the adventures, it's definitely not what they expected. Love, is that like a MIDI file music track? A MIDI? Oh yes, I bet you could make an interesting, is it a harpsichord cover with it? No, I guess not. What do you think of Aldor Dwyn? She's incredible. The way she drew breath from the flames of the smithy. That's how she raised the golem? That was part of it. I don't have to explain the three aspects to you again. Yeah, she needs to explain it to us because I don't know what the three aspects: body, breath, and soul. Without the aspects and the elders to control them, there would be no intelligent life, nothing but wild nature. I'll be able to learn so much from her and Aldris. But you're coming back, aren't you? To Willow's Den? Once it's all over, I mean? She turned her head, and you silently cursed yourself. I don't know, Pen. Of course she wants to remain in the White City, given half a chance. What did you think she'd want to tend 6 sheep with you for the rest of her life? It's giving me some Wheel of Time vibes. You should try and get some sleep. You should try and get some sleep. Sure. I'll see if I can, Pen. And thanks. You stifle a yawn. It's time you got some sleep, too. Aldor Dwym told you to awake her for the next watch. You're Dwyn, right? Nope. Already forgot which one that was. Okay, here we are. Wakey, wakey. It's your turn. You stare down at Aldor Dwyn. Until yesterday, you'd never seen a highborn. Guess we need to interact. Wait, we need to get more firewood? How's a shepherd supposed to wake someone like her? Perhaps the fire could use a little bit more. Okay. Get some firewood. I swear we were supposed to be getting some rest and waking this person up. Yeah, bit of lore dump. Nothing too bad, though. Yeah, it's... They're throwing a lot of lore at you. They are. Whew. Got a little beehive. Busy bees busy themselves around their hive on the branch of the large oak. You smile, thinking of the swarm of fire hornets that chased Wit halfway to Spring Bank after he dared you to knock down their nest with your sling. Reading can be difficult with a little bit of dyslexia, because I swore that said busy bees. Okay, let's get some wood. These will burn nicely. Tempted as you are, you shouldn't stray further. Okay. Back to camp. Oh. Pindar Calden. Ah, more wood, thank you. Alright, I'll get you some wood. Nervously, you tend the fire. It's past time you woke me. You need sleep as well, young man. Ah, yes. Grandmother Dwyn. You can relax, Pindar. You have nothing to fear from me. Is Elder Dwyn like the, I guess their village elder or something? Her glacier blue eyes hold yours. You find yourself wondering what she sees in them. Come, we haven't had a chance to speak. You must have questions. We do, don't we? Well... what were you doing in Willow's Den? You almost choke at your own forwardness. It's her stare. It's disarming. Sorry, no one like you has ever come so far up the spring line. I had business with your Aldor, Theron. But she's all but a hermit. What business could... None of yours. The Shadowfell. I thought they were fairy tales. The Shadowfell. I thought they were... Okay. Fairy tales told to scare children. If only it were so. What are they? I don't suppose you know much of our order. We're gonna be honest. We don't know shit. Savage. Goddamn, straight to the point. Not as much as I thought. The three aspects. That only womenfolk may weave them. Straight up Wheel of Time, guys. The 2 seasons. Though, I've never seen an autumn elder before. The spring elder could never wield magic like you did. She gives you a smile. It must seem like magic to you, but you know of the other seasons? You mean the old tales about the male orders? Summer fighting winter and all of that? The cycle war was very real. Almost the end of everything. She looks deep into the fire. The Shadowfell are a remnant of that dark time, born with body and breath alone, absent of soul. They kept alive by blood, for they have no will of their own to live. But who creates the Shadowfell? If the legends are true, there are no male Eldor. Summer and winter destroyed each other. There are those that wish a return to the ancient wonders, those that forgot the price we paid. Bred by the witches of Targoth, south of the burning swamp, Shadowfell may be brought for a price, and even controlled, somewhat. And there are those that support the old ways still, in Rakmir, Lud, and even here in Faldor. Fools all. Why would they attack our village? The way the Shadowfell acted, it wasn't random. They ignored the villagers fleeing for the mountains. She stares at you with that cold, penetrating gaze. I believe their target was Telwynium. Tanny? That is one explanation. Where are we going? I need to take you west into Gildarid. We'll head for the Aldris. I need to speak to the High Mother. But why are we coming? Wit and Tenny and I. If Telwynium was their target, she must be kept safe. And I guess we're only here because she wouldn't leave without us. Don't discredit yourself, Pindar. We wouldn't have escaped Willow Den without you. And I wouldn't have favored the Uplander as sole company. Her smile doesn't touch those eyes. I should sleep. You suppress a yawn. You should. Tomorrow we'll cross into the Blackmoor, where food is scarce. We'll need your famed tracking seals to find game. Thank you. For getting us out, defending the village. If not for you, it'd be nothing but blood and cinders now. You lie down and try to make sense of everything. God damn. They really like lore dump for sure. Come on, guys. You mean the other Ajas? To the Armerlin seat. And the Two Rivers. Straight up Wheel of Time, man. I'm just taking a moment. And enjoy the crackling of the fire and the music. That was a lot of lore. Pretty sure half of that went over my head. Aluna, it went over my head too. Though, I would 100% read this if it's a book. They really didn't flex any muscle with that one. I don't know what's I only know what's happening because it's Wheel of Time. It's Wheel of Time. It is Wheel of Time. I am very curious. Can we save? Yeah, we can. Oh, sleep takes you before you have a chance. Sleep takes you before you have a chance to save. Dreams of Willow's Den. The shadow fell on the village common, setting torch the smithy. The terrified screams. Otar shouting at you over the clash of swords on bone. Otar Stronghorn. The horses! Where are the horses? What the Pin. The blighted horses are gone. Oh, that's Otar. Pin. The blighted horses are gone. Where are Wit and Tanny? Not here. He looks like a minotaur. Something is not well. They've obviously realized they'd be better off on their own. Winter's Heart. Why would they do that? They're probably just chasing down the horses. With our supplies? Without raising alarm? Who was on watch then? Grandmother. Aldor Dwyn? She topples back, throat slit, a ragged crimson grin. By the first, she's dead. The earth shakes as Korok lets out a mournful bellow. That escalated. Interesting book. I don't really pay that much attention to the story when playing games, especially open world stuff like Breath of the Wild. I feel like the story in Breath of the Wild is very it's tame. It's very to the minimum. Well, that went from 0 to 100 real fast. It did. Quiet. You won't ever patrol this side of the crooked mountain to find us? You're behind this, or I'm one of Pin's sheep. Typical Uplander trustfulness. No one here knows you. You just stuck yourself to us like a leech. Aldor Dwyn said she could be trusted. Aye, and look what it got her. She won't even show her face. Korok interrupts the bickering with a sound like stone cracking. Stop. Give her peace. The golem. I know that's an N, but I'm going to pretend like it's an M. The golem stalks across the clearing and solemnly lifts the broken body of Aldor. You not thought it possible for a beast of mud and stone to show such sadness. It is sadness of mountains. You all watch in silence as she gently places Aldor on a bed of heather and draws a blanket over her head. What are we going to do now? Wow. Looks at the body of, I guess its creator? You'd not have believed that such a thing could exist a day ago. Mud and rock given life at Aldor Dwyn. She raised it from the sod beneath the village common as the Shadowfell charged, giving it the three aspects, body, breath, and soul. You all had both the Aldor and Korok to thank for your lives. Right. I guess we need to go try to find the horses, the ha-has. Where do you think you're going? To find the others. I'd bet Drissa here knows where they are. I bet she slit their throats too. If I were going to slit anyone's throat, Runt, you'd have been first. You not have found that so easy. We'll all be enjoying a nice beef stew right now. You'll never find them if you wait for these two to stop bickering. We're just going to go. That's where we're just going to go. Let's go past the carriage. That way leads to Willow's Den, back home. You examine the old cobbles, a few scuffed by iron, some overturned, but all in the direction of your camp. Okay. No one has gone back this way recently. You'll not find Tanny down there. That's what I love about Breath of the Wild. I can just play around in the world to my heart's content without worrying too much about the story. The Hyrule in Breath of the Wild, it's definitely a great playground. And you could definitely get lost for hours just exploring. I'm a fan of Breath of the Wild myself. Though, my favorite Zelda game has to be, I know no one asked, I'm just going to, since Zelda has been mentioned, one of my favorite games, by the way, game series, Wind Waker. Absolutely love that game. It was so different. You pride yourself on your tracking. A stray lamb leaves little marks on the rocky hills around the den, but you've never lost one for long. No one has gone this way recently, not since the last rains, and you have no reason to follow the road any further. Okay, so definitely not that direction. Huge fan of Wind Waker. Huge fan. I want them to bring it over to the Switch. I don't care if it's not remastered. A port would be amazing. Just let me be able to play it on the Switch. On the go. It was actually my first Zelda game I played. It got me into the series. Yeah, it's a great one. I'm over here thinking about it. Are we going to be able to get past that beehive? Let's find out. The mist flowing around the path seems almost dreamlike. Trees and rocks seem to shift in the gloom, and you realize how easily you could get lost here. The thought sets your hair on end, excites you. How far you already are from the safety of the valley. How much further will you go? Let's fucking go. At least we didn't get attacked by the bees. Oh, look at that. Taking a moment here.